Cheaters being caught is one of the most cathartic things anyone can experience. It's on the same level as seeing a billionaire having a mild inconvenience. No one can relate to a cheater unless you cheat, much like how no one can relate to a billionaire unless you are one. There are hundreds of examples of people cheating in video games alone, and most of the time it boils down to the excuse of, I didn't know I was cheating, it kind of just happened, guys. Oh no, the ghost of Stalin got in my PC and hacked my dash lane and got all my passwords and installed a cheat engine on my browser. That perfectly explains why I got 5 collateral kills with 2 bullets from a Glock in CSGO. And seeing a cheater get banned is great and incredibly embarrassing for them. We hate cheaters because they're better than us at the video game, and we have something to actually blame them for because it's not skill. I mean, to be fair, collectively, we all kind of hate every single person that's better than us at a video game, but at least with cheaters, you have a binary reason of why to hate them.
What? What?
There's no skill involved, no hours spent in the basement learning how every single moveset works while eating mum's alphabet spaghetti. All you did was throw $20 at a guy on Steam who gave you the login to a keygen. Now, the example of cheating in today's video is a little bit different. If hacks and aimbot and stuff like that is digital cheating, I'm going to call this analog cheating. The cheating in this episode of this limited Netflix-funded documentary series. I'm just imagining like title text, newspaper clipping. Where's the newspaper clipping? The cheater in this episode is called EE, not the phone company. He's a Twitch streamer and shoutcaster. If you don't know what a caster is, you probably shower occasionally. They're people that commentate over esports. Essentially, they're the people that would do commentary videos with like surf gameplay in CSGO, but here they wear a suit sometimes. Now, EE was on Miskiff's game show called School. If you don't know what that is, it's essentially the Twitch equivalent of that game show, Are You Smarter Than a 10-Year-Old? And that in turn is based off Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but for the mentally ill. And Miskiff's game show had a prize pool of $50,000, or what XQC makes in 12 seconds. Now, I do want to say, in his defense, there have been numerous cheaters on this game show in the past. He is not the first, and probably won't be the last. Some of these people that have been caught cheating are so damn bad, their excuse is, Your Honor, it was ironic.
I didn't know that there was past controversy, and I didn't know it was something to take super seriously, and I definitely cheated the whole way through. I had my entire Discord, like my open Discord, like just giving me the answers, and I just thought it was like funny and silly and wanted to hang around for a little bit.
No. You see, I ironically put the bomb in the children's hospital. It was a joke. You seen the Heath Ledger bit where he does it and he laughs in the Batman? It's the same thing. Miskiff even added like a feature into the game show where you could cheat and it was legal. It was kind of like a bonus, I guess, like a lifeline. But instead of phoning a friend, you just looked up the answers on Google. But even this fell apart and people were kicked out because of it.
No, Susu, knock it off. Stop attacking your students, okay? You're going to the principal's office and you have been eliminated. You are the first person to be eliminated on the season 2 of Schooled. I'm sorry. It was afterwards.
What? Even though my answer's right and you said we could cheat and we could peek and shit?
We have an action replay actually of you doing this, but
yes. So I cheated. Yeah, I cheated. It's right though.
Yeah, it's
Now, EE went on Miskiff's game show and did well, like really, really well. He made it into the final, and then in the final, he faced off against just someone else and won. He was the little guy in this situation, up against Extra Emily. I have no idea who that is. Look, I'm still trying to learn the Twitch scene. There's a lot of names, all right? Look, man, I come from a different era. There was like Swagger Souls and Fitz and Leafy, and that was it. Now, the show had a rule at some points to specifically not to look at your monitor, because if you did, you'd be able to, like, you know, stealthily type in the answer. Like, for example, I'm typing on my keyboard right now, E621, but you can't see that because you don't see my keyboard. I mean, to be fair, you wouldn't even have to type on your keyboard because your chat would probably be feeding you the answers. But if you look at this compilation of EE, like, the amount of times he looks at his monitor, I actually commend it. I can't even hate on it.
What?
How's it going over there, EE?
Can you stop snickering? Is that a thing? Oh, not caught. Well, yeah.
It's great because you can see when he turns around, like his eyes are darting like everywhere, like where the answer is. And then as soon as he gets it, he's like, oh yeah, nah, I'm gonna turn around again. This is easy. I feel like I'm the predecessor to like JCS criminal psychology. I see like anyone's small eye movements and I know that they're a serial killer. But the most damning evidence of all was a very small screenshot that showed a slight reflection. You couldn't even tell what it was, but people instantly assumed that was his phone reflecting off his glasses. Oh, damn it. foiled again by a grainy picture with a reflection in my glasses. Oh no. Don't zoom in on these, by the way. I didn't even put anything here. Or did I? I didn't. On top of that as well, there was a picture of his whiteboard where he was doing a math question and he got the right answer, but the math that he used to get the answer makes no sense whatsoever. And it's not one of those like you're nearly there and then you kind of just like think about the rest in your head. It is the completely wrong answer, but still he wrote the correct one. And then the final face-off, he was asked a history question that only a bread tuber or Hassan would know. And despite how vague it was, he completely nailed it.
And who did you put, EE? And that is the correct answer. EE wins. EE wins 100%, and it was totally fair. He was turned around. No one could say anything. EE has won the show.
The thing I love most is you could see Miskiff's face in the corner, like rolling his eyes. Like he knows it's BS, but obviously he's in that awkward situation where you can't like Cole Phelps press X to doubt until you have 100% proof that he was like lying. So what do you do exactly if someone's cheated, but you can't prove it? Do you go onto Reddit and be a true detective and spend the next week psychoanalyzing every facial muscle? I mean, he cheated, so do you wait for him to sleep with another woman again? Apparently neither of those, because the looming dread that he might be outed by a Redditor forced him to out himself.
I'm gonna keep it a stack because I wasn't home, so I was kind of thinking about it. And I just got done talking to OTK guys. And real talk, I was a little salty. The fact, if you watch the show, you know the question about the river got redacted for everybody who got it wrong. I was not one of the people who got it wrong. And on top of that, I was a little like miffed that I got the rotation around the sun wrong because I like tried the big brain and misunderstood the question. So down the stretch there, yeah, you know what? I did succumb to a little bit of temptation. I did get the answer sent to me and I was like, well, shit, I think my math is wrong anyway. It ended up being wrong. So I just wrote down the right answer.
It's kind of a cop-out. He's basically saying, my friend sent me at Lamau. It reminds me of this girl that was like cheating on CSGO. She had hacks installed. And then when she realized that she was streaming the hacks, she kind of has a breakdown and just blames like this imaginary friend.
Wait, what the fuck? Clara, let me just message this girl. Give me 1 second. I need to text my friend Clara right now. She was at my house earlier today. What the actual fuck?
Your Honor, it wasn't me. It was the voices. One thing I love, though, is that even though he was probably cheating throughout the entire game, he kind of, you know, plays it off like, oh, it was only one. It was only the final. Your Honor, it was a slip of the Google autofill. It wasn't me. But then the internet does that thing that when one person jumps on you, everyone else dogpiles you and adds their 5 cents into how you're cheating.
This is how EE got into it in the first place. This was from the first episode. What revolution transitioned humans from a nomadic hunter-gatherer lifestyle to farming and agriculture? It's the Neolithic Revolution. There is no planet where EE knows what the Neolithic Revolution is. I've known him for 10 years. I promise you.
It reminds me of that, like, SpongeBob episode, you know, where they're all, like, running around in the brain trying to find out what the name is. Now, to be fair, that entire argument there boils down into he's not smart enough, which is, you know, pretty degrading, and there's not any actual proof there. But to counter that, that is a longtime friend of EE, and also we do have that actual admission of guilt from earlier. But of course, your boy does it again, and for the second time, self-snitches in the most half-hearted way possible.
Did you cheat in the first episode? My response to that, you could say, who didn't, right?
I love how he says who didn't. Like, that excuses him completely. I mean, who didn't cheat, man? You know, like, we all cheat a little bit. I astral projected into someone else's room. They were cheating as well. But to be fair, again, in his defense, he did own up to it, and he actually congratulated the girl who he faced off and beat. Obviously, she was the actual winner, so she gets the 50K. And also, to be fair, in retrospect, maybe it was better that he lost the prize money, considering what he was going to spend it on.
And if I win this 50K, I'm going to plan the epic, perfect date for Pokimane and ask her out. Let's get it.
Miskiff, of course, wasn't happy about any of this at all.
And all he said was it was funny. First of all, he wasn't funny. Second of all, that's not funny. Stealing $50,000 from somebody isn't a good joke. It completely ruined the show. And it's even more crazy to think that EE, when he wanted to join the show, The dude literally begged me at the award show to come on my stream.
So yeah, that's pretty much the story. I think it ended in a much more wholehearted way than I thought. If anyone's wondering why I'm talking about like Twitch stuff, by the way, you probably think like you're a YouTuber. Like what are you doing so far left field talking about stuff that no one cares about? Firstly, true. Secondly, I recently spoke to Miskiff and he has sent me a secret package that I'm going to be opening on stream very, very soon. So keep an eye out for that. I just thought I'd cover this because it was in the sphere. Shut up. I like money.